Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome to the Sunshine State's only true sports talk radio show where we focus on the teams and the topics important to you, the sports fan in the state of Florida. We are game on with Bianchi and Kravitz. I am Mike Bianchi, the sports columnist of the Orlando Sentinel. He is Kravitz, Brandon Kravitz, the hardest working man in sports media, and that man over there, I'm looking at him right now. He's beautiful. He's the prodigy of production. Primetime Jaden Grimes. He's the man that puts the go in the show. We are coming to you live from Orlando, from Jacksonville, from Tallahassee, and all points in between on the iHeart radio app and that YouTube machine. You can watch us as well. We want to hear from you throughout the course of the show. It's a mood check meltdown Monday. It's
what really grinds my gears?
What grinds your gears, Kravitz? What's grinding your gears today?
I got a lot that I can comb through. My own lack of any ability or confidence to put anything together. I bought a new TV over the weekend, and rather than putting it in my car, I ordered the Geek Squad to come out and put it up on the wall for me.
How much does that cost?
It cost me an extra $120.
So they deliver it and put it on the wall?
Yeah, not only did I not get the instant satisfaction of I bought the TV, take it home, and then watch March Madness that night because it was yesterday, I'm now waiting until they're scheduled like between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. on Wednesday for them to come out and me to watch some other man put the TV on the wall.
I don't blame you for that.
I just don't have confidence that I'm not going to be watching TV one day and the TV isn't going to fall off the wall.
Fall off the wall, right. Exactly. You don't know where to screw the screws, the studs.
The second I hit a stud, I go, okay, I'll go. You get the little legs because we're just going to put this on the floor.
Why not just get a stand?
I grind my gears. I grind my own gears. I said this was going to be the year. Remember when we started talking New Year's resolutions? We said, we're going to learn how to build stuff. Yeah. That's going to have to wait till June.
All right, we want to know what grinds your gears today. You can enter that rage cage if you like. That little red talkback microphone at the top of the iHeart radio app. Press that microphone. You can rage away. You can also text us on the Mills Air text line 50857. I believe we have a pair of tickets to tonight's Magic game we're going to give away for the best Meltdown Mood Check Monday entry. So get those in quickly because we're going to play the best of them throughout the course of the show. Let's get to some highlights and headlines. The first weekend of the NCAA tournament is over, and we certainly had some exciting moments.
5 seconds. Tries left of the paint. Kick out Heisey. Last corner three for the lead. It's good! The buzzer sounds for the first half. Nate Heisey told us Friday he has to stay ready. And stay ready, he did. Corner pocket triple.
Rebound Nebraska. After 9 seconds left to go. Across the timeline twice. There's Prager. Layup. It's good.
This is going to be Darling. He's got to go. Darling puts it up. It's 6-16.
Oh, Darling, you were a darling yesterday as he leads St. John's into the Sweet 16. Unfortunately, none of those exciting buzzer-beating moments happened to state of Florida teams because we started out with 4 teams in the NCAA tournament on Thursday, and then there were none. USF lost in the first round Thursday night. Then they lost their coach, Brian Hodgson, to Providence later in the weekend. UCF lost on Friday night to UCLA. Miami and Florida lost in the second round yesterday. The Gators, of course, going down in that massive upset to Iowa. Miami going down to Purdue. Kravitz, overreaction. And we're going to get more into the Gator game later. But now that we have no teams left in the state of Florida, I'm not even sure this is an overreaction. I don't have anybody to root for anymore. I don't think there's nobody to root for now. Why are we even watching the tournament now?
Because it's awesome. That's a good reason to watch it because it's phenomenal.
I need
basketball.
a team to root for, and there's
You've
no
got legendary coaches. You've got some up-and-coming teams. You've got a potential Cinderella in Iowa, if you want to call them that. You've got the one seeds that outside of Florida are still there, some behemoths. I mean, you got
Iowa and Nebraska playing in the Sweet 16.
Well, that's not exactly going to be the ratings draw, but I think Illinois, Houston is a great game. Duke and St. John's, are you kidding me? Two bastions of college basketball. How about Hurley versus Izzo in the Sweet 16? I mean, there's plenty to watch, and I would just hey, look, sometimes
maybe I need to start betting.
I think, well, yeah, that's definitely the case. You need to start. that will solve all of those problems, I assure you. Sometimes you have to cheer for the knight that slays your dragon, okay?
Iowa?
And I think Iowa should be your team moving forward.
Okay, I will. I like Iowa.
Ben McCollum, their head coach, first year at Iowa. He was at Drake last year. The guy was at some school called North Missouri State. He won
a bunch of Division II national championships. The guy can coach. He can coach.
Yeah.
Anyway,
kind of guy. So I think you should be an Iowa Hawkeyes fan.
You mentioned legendary coaches. All right, I'm looking at some of the coaches in the Sweet 16. You mentioned Tom Izzo, Rick Pitino, John Calipari, Rick Barnes of Tennessee, Kelvin Sampson. All these guys are 60 and above. Some of them are 70 and above. Kravitz, there was a thought that this new era of college sports was running some of the older coaches out of the business, which happened. I'm going to contend something different right now in my overreaction, all right? This is actually going to keep more old coaches in the business for this reason, all right? It used to be coaches had to hit the road recruiting. They had to go to AAU tournaments and recruit all these high school kids. Now, they just let their GMs sign transfers out of the portal, okay? So they don't really have to work as hard. They're just coaching now. They don't have to hit the road recruiting anymore. They're just signing players out of the portal.
And they get to coach.
Isn't
it crazy how quickly that whole dynamic changed? Because we thought that the old guard was going to hate this so much. A player walking into the office saying, I need $5,000 more or I'm not going to play, and go, this is not the world that I signed up for when I started coaching college sports. And now it's all very, I heard Cowherd use this word, I think it's perfect. It's all very administrative now with who you are bringing in. This is our budget. This is what we pay the good players. Would you like to play here for this amount of money? If the answer is yes, there's your locker, and I'll coach you when you get out on the basketball
court. Plus, it's not even the coach that has to tell them that. It's like the GM of the team. They all have GMs now, and the GM says, hey, this is the offer. You no need to go talk to Tom Izzo about it. I'm the guy.
Yeah, and then you also have the Gators' new coach. Why am I blanking?
Todd Golden?
No, Summerall in the football side, who said, "Oh, I coach these guys. I'm going to coach them harder now that they're getting paid. They're professionals."
Right.
So these guys, the Izzos, the Hurleys, the Pitino, that love to ride their players. Now they go, well, now I'm paying you.
Right.
Above board. So I'm going to be even tougher on you.
Yeah.
I think they love it.
Yeah.
And I think it took a minute to adjust, and then it's funny how this works with everything. We freak out, panic, everything's going to change, nothing will ever be the same, and then you just adjust to it, and it's the same but different.
Right.
That's all it is.
Right. Orlando Magic have now lost 4 games in a row after losing to the Lakers in the last seconds on Saturday night at Kia Center. They
lost to the Lakers? I thought they lost to the referees. Did I not see that right?
All right, so they take on the Pacers tonight. Here's Jamal Mosley.
It comes down to those last plays, yes, but before that, there's a lot of things we can have cleaned up much better. Them having 14 offensive rebounds is a start there, 52 points in the paint, 19 fast break points. I think those are big keys that we can clean up down the stretch, but it does come down to those last plays, but prior to that, we can be better.
Are you saying the ball went off of LeBron and not Paolo? Is that what you're saying?
I thought the ball clearly went off of LeBron and not Paolo. And when the last 2-minute report came out, which I never read, by the way, because I genuinely don't care. But this was one that I'm very curious to see how they would report on these things internally. That's one they actually said they got right.
Mm-hmm.
But there were about 4 other calls in the last minute of the game that the league says the officials got wrong. So they handed the game to the Lakers. And I think they absolutely blew that call, too, though the NBA at least backed them up on the review. They have this bird's eye technology. The ball clearly hit LeBron's thigh and then bounces out of bounds. It should have been Magic basketball. DeAndre Ayton had a foul that he committed they didn't call. He had a 3-second lane violation that they didn't call. It was a joke. And it was – I never complain about refs. I hate when people do that. But in the last couple seconds of the game, the refs handed the Lakers that victory. The Magic were awful from the field. They didn't make a 3 the entire quarter, but that win was handed to the LA Lakers.
Plus, it was the second biggest crowd in Magic history there. You would think the officials would be playing to the crowd.
Well, they did.
The Lakers crowd?
That place was loud, and it was loud with yellow. That was, wow. I mean, that was maybe the most pro-opposition crowd I've ever seen at that arena.
Oh, my God. Overreaction. The Magic are, I believe they're sitting in the 8th seed now.
They are.
8th seed. They are a play-in team and nothing more.
All right, Jaden Grimes.
I called it.
Yeah, you did.
I said it.
They are. I don't think they're going to break out of the play-in, so they're going to have to. They're going to have to win those games when they get there because, do I not want to be here when they get bounced from the play-in tournament? That is taking a slide in the wrong direction. But I think they're going to have a really hard time climbing above that. We'll see. I mean, we've said that before. Every time they climb above the line, we go, 4 seed, 3 seed, what are we talking here? And then they slip below it, and we go, they might not even make the playoffs now. It has been such a bipolar season for the Magic that I struggle saying anything definitive because the second I do, it goes in the other direction.
Do we know who's playing tonight or who's not playing?
I know Jalen Suggs isn't playing tonight. He's dealing with an illness.
Franz is out, obviously.
Anthony Black is still out.
Anthony Black's out. Jonathan Isaac's still out.
Wendell Carter Jr. is back.
He's back? Okay. All right.
But the Pacers might bench a bunch of guys.
Well, they're trying to lose, though. All right, those are your highlights in your headline.
Coming up next, did not get the result we were looking for from the Florida Gators. What went wrong and what's it going to look like in the future for Todd Golden and the crew? We'll get into that next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
In sports, home field advantage can make all the difference for drivers across Central Florida. The hometown dealership can make all the difference, and that belongs to Don Mealy Chevrolet out there in Claremont. That dealership has been around for more than 50 years. When Don Mealy moved his family from Maryland to Central Florida to start a business based on integrity, service, and relationships. Today, his son, Jay Mealy, carries on that tradition. The dealership still operates like a family business, and Jay even provides customers his own personal email address so they can contact him directly. Don Mealy Chevrolet also proudly supports the community, sponsoring youth sports organizations across the region and helping young athletes chase their dreams. And when it comes to trucks, the reputation speaks for itself. For 50 years, Don Mealy has been your truck headquarters, and now the savings are stepping up big. It's Truck Month, which means drivers can save up to $10,000 on a new Silverado RST featuring Chevy's efficient yet powerful 3-liter Duramax diesel engine designed for tough jobs and long drives. Looking for something that fits the whole family? Take a look at the Chevy Equinox EV and enjoy savings of more than $15,000. Electric driving means fewer fuel costs and completely new experiences behind the wheel. Visit Don Mealy Chevrolet today or shop online at donmealychevy.com. Chevy, together let's drive.
The Orlando Valkyries are Orlando's hometown volleyball team. One home match left before the All-Star break, and it comes your way on Saturday afternoon at Addition Financial Arena. March 14th, the Valks look to bounce back against the San Diego Mojo. Experience the competition, the innovative in-game presentation, and a deep connection to the Orlando community. For ticket info, head to provolleyball.com or head to Ticketmaster and search Orlando Valkyries, and we'll see you
at the next match.
Not too many traffic troubles to report at this hour. Little bit of a stop and go ride on Florida Turnpike northbound between Three Lakes Toll and 192 due to an earlier accident there. Other than that, things look to be moving pretty well. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
The biggest stars from all genres of music that you love listening to all year long.
Don't miss our 2026 iHeart Radio Music Awards. Watch live on Fox Thursday night, starting at 8 p.m. And listen on iHeart radio stations across America and the free iHeart app.
Trashy is a proud partner of the 2026 iHeart Radio Music Awards. This spring, turn your closet clutter into rewards with the Take Back Bag. Learn more and get started at trashy.io.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Factory Direct Impact Windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, they've been installing affordable, high-quality windows for over 50 years, and most windows are installed in under 8 weeks. Get out your phone because now is your chance to win them for free. Just text the word TRUST to 20129 to win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. Text TRUST to 20129 and good luck from Reese Windows and Doors.
The world's best bull riders. One shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. The rankest bulls in the sport are waiting. This is professional bull riding. Watch it live as we unleash the beast. This weekend from Albuquerque, only on Paramount Plus.
Before smartphones, there was MapQuest. Before GPS, there was MapQuest. Before Google Maps, there was MapQuest. And guess what? MapQuest is back. Now on your phone. No printer required. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit MapQuest.com.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized fiduciary advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today. 407-204-0300. That's 407-204-0300.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Your freedom is everything, and the Trey Flynn Law Office is here to preserve it when the stakes are high. Trey is board certified at the state and federal level and is committed to winning and working for you. Trey is a trusted member of the Central Florida community. He's as polished and experienced a lawyer as you will find, and he's got all the stats to back it up. In sports, bat calls change games. In court, they change lives. Call Trey Flynn Law when you need a win in the clutch. 407-557-6350 or visit TreyFlynn.com.
Meet iPhone 17e. A whole lot for a lot less. With an almighty, all-powerful A19 chip. And Ceramic Shield 2, built to survive this. And this. And a 48-megapixel fusion camera with 2x optical quality zoom and next-gen portraits. And double the starting storage of iPhone 16e. And long-lasting battery life for hours of watching the studio.
That's the dream!
And it comes with Apple Intelligence. And you can charge it with USB-C. Or with MagSafe accessories. And a whole lot more. All for a lot less. Get the new iPhone 17e at T-Mobile today.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
I'm Daniel Alarcon. I'm John Green, co-host of the podcast The Away End with my old friend Daniel. I remember the first time I took my oldest son to an actual live soccer game. And when you step out through the concourse and you can see the field, he did like that, like a sharp intake of breath. And he said, "This is so unusual for my eyes." Oh, I love that. Together, we'll find out why, of all the unimportant things, football and soccer is the most important. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search The Away End with Daniel Alarcon and John Green, and listen now.
This is the Beat of Sports.
So as we throw the ball up in this great basketball tournament, that tournament that we love so much, I don't know if in 5 years it's going to look the same. I know one thing, it'll be expanded. Someone's going to look and go, yeah, those small conferences, let's change it. And you're going to end up with leagues that if they get to 20 or 24, that 15, 16 teams make the conference tournament? So yes, as football moves towards whatever it's headed toward, it'll have a trickle-down effect. And if Greg Sankey ever pulled the card of telling his members, guys, we got more money to make if we just break away, and we go 16 to 20, screw the Big Ten. We'll just play SEC football and we'll crown our own champion. That'll have a domino effect on basketball. So enjoy what we see now, because I don't know if you're going to see that in years to come.
The Beat of Sports with Mark Daniels. Weekday mornings following the bridge at 9:30 on FM 96.9 The Game, Orlando's sports leader. Tonight, the Magic continue their playoff pursuit as they take on conference rival Indiana. Our coverage begins at 6:30 with Magic Tonight. Tip time is 7 p.m. Catch every minute on your exclusive home for Orlando Magic basketball. FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the absolutely free iHeart Radio app. Welcome back to the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
We started out with 4 teams in the NCAA tournament from the state of Florida on Thursday, and now we have none left. UCF gone in the first round. USF gone in the first round. Miami gone in the second round. And Florida, the biggest shock, gone in the second round. Iowa, the 9th place team in the Big Ten, disposed of the defending national champion, number 1 seeded Gators. Here's a couple of highlights.
55-49, the Iowa Edge. Labjar up top, great bounce back to a Soren Condon. 2-head jam. That was exquisite. 55-51, the Iowa lead. For a spot in the Sweet 16. Koch calls the break. Sturts sprints to the ball. Gets fed up the right sideline. Into the front court. Bounce for Garris. He puts a jumper. It's a Prince of the lead. Florida makes the 4 down 1. 3.9. And Iowa wants timeout.
I was told that they threw a punch, but it didn't connect. So it didn't go any higher than a flagrant 1. I'm not exactly sure what that means, and I really still don't understand why Kondo got a technical. They're both fighting for the ball equally. Kondo was just stronger and pulled him down to the floor, but they were both grabbing the ball, and so it was a confusing play, and I'm not really sure how that landed on that result.
Well, the guy who everybody thought threw the punch, Alvaro Folgaris, is the guy that made the game-winning shot for Iowa. And some people thought
he laced it. That was, wow, what a 3.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. The fact that Iowa beat Florida's press so easily to get that wide open 3 was Florida just, in my opinion, Florida wet the bed at the end of the game.
Big time. They lost the press battle. Then the next move is don't let them get up a 3 and foul, which I hate, by the way. As a fan, I wish there was some rule that didn't allow that, because you get what happens is if a team does that successfully is you lose moments like that, and that is what is the most beautiful thing about basketball. And because of smart coaching, that stuff gets snuffed out of these games. So as a fan of the sport that likes to watch these things, I'm kind of glad they didn't get it and then just let the shot be the shot. But they didn't get the foul there to send them to the line. That way they're forced to make 2 at max rather than to shoot a 3. And I thought Iowa, I'm not going to let Iowa off the hook completely. They had the ball with 18 seconds left. They could have drained the entire clock. Sturts, their best player, who did have an off night, but he had the ball in his hands. They could have drained the clock to 0. You don't even give Florida a chance to win the game. You have final possession with a chance to make a bucket and walk out a winner. And they took a shot with way too much time left on the clock. They miss, and then Florida goes down to the other end. So they needed that 3, and it kind of bailed them out from a really bad decision. But you're right. Between the defense not holding up, not fouling, and then the point guards being the problem.
Yeah.
Xavier Lee, who, with no time left on the clock, makes a pass. Even if you're going to take a bad shot, you got to take it. That's the most heartbreaking part of this whole thing, is that Florida lost this game without even attempting a final shot when they had possession with a couple seconds.
Yeah. That final play where Xavier Lee, there were 4.5 seconds left. He takes the inbound pass. He dribbles the length of the court, and even Todd Golden said after the game, I wish he'd have put up a shot, but instead he tries to dish it in traffic with 0.6 seconds left to Thomas Howell, and the ball just gets deflected. And
if you go back and watch the play, Lee is entering right around the area of the free throw line, the start of the paint. There's about 2 seconds left at that point. Now he still has to take another couple of steps and then whips around a pass. Start doing some math on how long that takes. He could have thrown the most perfect pass in the world.
Right.
And they wouldn't have had enough time. Very disappointing. And it does go back to something I thought would bite them the whole way, was that they didn't have the guard play from a year ago. Walter Clayton was the most clutch player in college basketball last year. Elijah Martin's damn good too. And replacing those guys with those were elite college basketball guards with clutch ability. You replace them with average guards that were propped up all season by one of the best front courts in the sport, and it came back to bite them. Boy, the March Madness doesn't show you the same theme every single year. I don't know what it does.
Yeah, I give you credit. You said before the tournament, you said, hey, Florida does not have the guards to win the whole thing. And you correctly pointed out Walter Clayton Jr. bailed out the Gators many, many times during the tournament last year with big shot after big shot. And you're right. When Xavier Lee drove the length of the floor and then tried to dish it, Walter Clayton would have driven the length of the floor and put up the game-winning shot.
Yeah, he would have banked it in.
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah, he would have won the game. And
that's the way that college basketball is now, for sure. It's probably been like this for a long time. It's not a secret formula. The bigs in today's college basketball get you there. They're the ones that get you the high ranking, the top seed. They're the ones that get you to the dance in the position that you're in. And then it's the guards that take the wheel from there on your journey to a championship. You got to have both, because you can't get to where Florida was as a 1 seed without the front court that they had. But what you're going to end up in a game in this tournament where it comes down to that exact situation. And I don't care how good of a rebounder Ruben Chinelu is. You need a guy that can handle the ball and make a good decision. And they didn't have that.
I give Iowa credit, too. I mean, Florida's front line did not dominate Iowa. Thomas Houck had an off game until the very end. Chinelu was non-existent.
He had 1 rebound in the game and 0 points.
Yeah,
I don't even know how that
happened. Iowa had as many rebounds as Florida, and Florida is the most dominant rebounding team in the country.
Yeah.
Iowa did not back down. They were Tom Petty on Saturday.
I agree with that. Well said. They were hungry. They were well coached. They got the win. Credit to Iowa. More Game On coming up. Your favorite afternoon show returns after this.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Buzzer-beating shots are exciting, even if they happen to Florida. Your AC going out? Not so much. That's why you need an AC service company that you can trust, and that's Mills Air. You want an air conditioning company that cycles through AC units, not technicians. Mills Air's retention rate tells you everything you need to know about the company. Companies that treat their people well are going to be the ones that treat you well. So if your system is acting weird or you just want to get ahead of things, give Leon and Mills Air a call. It'll be the easiest decision you've ever made. Tell them that Brandon Kravitz from Game On sent you by, and rest assured you'll get nothing but VIP service. 407-277-1159. and online at millsair.com.
Orlando, are you ready for a weekend getaway that's got something for everyone? Then pack your bags and head to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, right there next to Claremont. Not only can you tee off on 2 stunning championship golf courses, El Campeon and Las Colinas, but you can also play pickleball, tennis, or rent a boat at the marina and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. They're beautiful, and when the day winds down, relax at the spa or dine at one of their 4 fabulous on-site restaurants. The Sunday Champagne Brunch is a feast you will thoroughly enjoy. Mission Resort is perfect for couples, families, or anyone just looking for a little escape close to home. If you just want to come over for a day of golf, book those tee times, and when you check in at the pro shop, tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you, and you'll get a free bucket of range balls. For hotel reservations and tee times, go to missionresortandclub.com. That's missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort, Central Florida's hidden gem, is just waiting for you.
Before smartphones, there was MapQuest. Before GPS, there was MapQuest. Before Google Maps, there was MapQuest. And guess what? MapQuest is back. Now on your phone. No printer required. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit mapquest.com.
Hey, it's Howie Mandel, and I am inviting you to witness history as me and my Howie Do It gaming team take on Gilly the King and Wallow 267's $1 million gaming right now at globalgamingleague.com. That's globalgamingleague.com. Everybody games.
It's Bowen. Join Matt and me on our podcast, Las Culturistas, where we talk to Nicole Kidman, Kristen Wiig, and so many more. Download and listen on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
When your garage door breaks, you don't want a call center. You want someone who actually cares. That's Dynamic Garage Door, family owned, not corporate owned. From broken springs to new garage doors, they treat every customer like family with honest pricing, on-time service, and the customer service and care you expect. No scripts, no runaround, just experienced technicians who stand behind their work. Call Darren and Jackie today and experience the difference local service makes. Dynamic Garage Door. Strong, reliable, family owned.
Coach Becht here. Spring football is coming to Orlando March 29th at 8 p.m. at Inter & Co Stadium. Your Orlando Storm versus the Columbus Aviators. And at halftime, the one and only DJ Khaled live.
Get tickets at uflstorm.com.
Ever wonder what it's like behind the counter at those big corporate jewelry stores? Max Woodson knows, and it wasn't pretty.
It's hard to do what's best for the customer when you're given a strict outline on the profit you need to make, the dollars you need to make, the goals you need to hit, the commissions you have to hit. It's really hard to do what's right for the customer.
That's why Max left the Wall Street-owned chains and joined International Diamond Center, a locally owned jeweler. At IDC, it's not about quotas, it's about you.
It's getting to know people, getting to talk to people, building relationships. It's something that's important to me. It's what I love the most.
At IDC, Max can focus on what matters, doing right by customers, even if it means less profit.
I have a scenario where I have a customer that I can do the right thing for, even if it maybe makes us less money at times, and we make it happen.
That freedom means better quality diamonds, fair prices, full transparency, and honest service.
We have freedom. We're allowed to be creative, do what's best, and they really support that, and that means a lot.
International Diamond Center, where you're a family, not a sales target. Visit us in Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia for diamonds with integrity.
A family office is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 407-204-0300. That's 407-204-0300.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Saturday, March 28th, the PFL brings 2 massive middleweight fights to Pittsburgh. Former middleweight world champion Johnny Eblen takes on Brian the Butcher Battle. And Pittsburgh's own Dalton Rasta takes on former champ Impa Kasanganai. Don't miss the action Saturday, March 28th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN2.
You
like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. But wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers. If you want a real deal, try Tide Pods. Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
The warmth and the sunshine are the themes to kick off our work week. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Really no issues across Central Florida. It'll be a quiet Monday evening and Monday night. We'll see the potential for a little fog once again. Temperatures fall back into the upper 50s and lower 60s, a little bit above normal for this time of the year. We stay above average for our Tuesday, but we are tracking a storm system, a cold front that helps bring some rain and some storms back to the area. We'll have highs in the middle 80s. A couple storms could be on the stronger side, possibly during the afternoon and evening, so we'll be watching that, but plan to grab that umbrella. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Felt like you missed something this morning?
It's becoming a disgusting habit at this point.
You did. You can listen while you get ready in the morning.
Wake up with us.
Just tell Alexa to play 96.9 The Game. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Got Magic Pacers tickets to give away for tonight's action, and because the game is tonight, we're going to give those away at the end of the 4 o'clock hour. So you can start getting in those talkbacks now. If you want to enter to win, all you have to do is tap that microphone icon and let it fly when you're listening on the iHeart Radio app. You have 30 seconds to leave us a message. It's a Meltdown Mood Check Monday, so the more upset you are, the better your chances are to win the tickets, and we will air all of those at the end of the 4 o'clock hour. Pick a winner. Might be you. We'll send you to the Magic game. Lower bowl tickets, by the way. These are not the cheapies. When your garage door breaks, you don't want a call center. You want someone who actually cares. Call Darren and Jackie. Experience the dynamic garage door experience. Nothing but the top quality, strong, reliable, family owned. Need some motivation in your life? How about this?
This is Jamal Mosley, head coach of the Orlando Magic, and this is your daily coach quote of the day.
Our daily source of inspiration and motivation. And Mike, today's is about taking credit. This is one of my favorite all-time quotes. Success has 1,000 fathers, but failure is an orphan. You think about some of the best ideas at your corporate office. When it's a good one, all of a sudden, it was everyone's idea. Oh, no, Johnny says, that was my idea. Paul says, no, that was my. Remember, I brought that up in that meeting. When it's a flop, you go, anyone? Whose idea was this?
Right.
Crickets.
Right.
Success has 1,000 fathers, but failure is an orphan.
Also in sports, too, especially in golf, all right? Especially in golf. If a golfer hits a good shot, all right, a lot of times, because golfers are they're sort of whiny, all right? They hit a good shot, it's on them. Right? They did it. If they hit a bad shot, bad luck. Bad luck. Greens are too hard. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Gallery started talking.
Yeah, it's and that's true in life too. A lot of people will, take credit for the good and won't take any blame for the bad.
Absolutely. Right. So try and be the lone father of both your successes and your failures as well. Keep it even. It's a Meltdown Mood Check Monday. 50857 is how you can reach us. I don't know which this qualifies under. Maybe I'll get there when I get done explaining it. I went to a bowling alley this weekend. I haven't bowled in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't about whether or not I was good. That has nothing to do with it. But I walked into this bowling alley. It's Boardwalk Bowl on Colonial Drive.
Okay.
This place, I used to live over there. It's closer to the UCF area on Rouse. I used to go there all the time when I first moved here, 2003. That was just one of the regular places.
You a big
we would go.
bowler?
I'm not a big bowler,
No?
but it was just one of the things to do. You know, you
Go to the bowling alley?
This was before I could drink legally, so you're just looking for things to do with your friends,
Mhm.
and it was right there. It has not changed at all in 23 years.
Is that a bad thing?
I don't know. That's why I don't know if that's a rant against them or if that's credit to them, but it has not the smell, the look, the bowling shoes. I'm pretty sure they're giving the same shoes out. I think, and as I describe this, I think I admire it. Well, all of these businesses feel like they have to update and change, and they're still in. All the lights are on. The lanes were relatively full for noon on a Saturday afternoon. So they must be doing something right. Of all of these failing businesses out there, the bowling alley on Colonial Drive just been cranking out hits for 23 years. And they were around before I got here. That's just the timeline of me living here. They were here when I got here. Who knows how long Boardwalk Bowl's been a thing.
I went to a bowling alley in Michigan last year, up in I can't even remember the city I was in Michigan. But anyway, it was
Ann Arbor.
No.
Lansing. East Lansing.
No.
Detroit.
I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, bowling.
Grand Rapids.
Is close to Grand Rapids. Bowling is big in Michigan, all right? It's big up there, all right? This place.
Any indoor activity would be big in Michigan.
This place is packed, all right? And it's nice. It's nice. It's like they've got different bars in it. It's like a nightclub almost, this bowling alley. And I was like, I can hang out here. I can hang out here at this bowling alley.
Yeah.
But in Michigan, up north, bowling is much bigger than it is down here.
People were walking in with their rolling backpacks, presumably because there were big bowling balls in them. People get really into this stuff.
When I was in elementary school, there was this, I feel bad about it today, but there was this poor kid. All right, his parents didn't have much money. And
sure it wasn't you?
Well, that was me as well. But his name was Lorenzo, and he wore bowling shoes to school with the numbers on the back, and we used to make fun. Because
probably took them
from the bowling. Yeah.
I thought about it. It was kind of a look. I didn't hate it. And you get the Velcro. Don't sleep on Velcro. I'm tired of tying my shoelaces. I'm over that. 40 years old. I'm 40 years old. I've decided to give. I'm done with laces. Just make shoes without them. I'm good. And at the bowling alley, just Velcro the shoe. Up next, your texts, your talkbacks. We want to hear from you right here. Show of the People. Game On returns after this.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
This is your Tools Ace Hardware assist of the night. Wendell Carter Jr. like a lumberjack of the hardwood.
Banchero dribbling with the left hand, veering left. Picked up his dribble, goes to Wendell at the free throw line. He's going to force up a jumper. He stuck it. Wendell Carter Jr., the 15-footer, is money.
If you're gearing up for game day, Tools Ace is your MVP for grilling greatness. From Big Green Egg to Traeger, they've got everything you need to fire up the flavor. 14 Central Florida locations, including their brand new store in downtown Windermere. Tools Ace is your neighborhood home maintenance expert, the helpful place every night and your best stop before the game. Go to toolsacehardware.com and go Magic.
All right, guys, let's be honest. Football season hits, and between the wings, the pizza, and a few too many beers, that jersey starts fitting a little bit tighter. Then you swear you'll drop the weight, but no matter what diet you try, nothing sticks. That's why I want to tell you about Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness. These folks are Central Florida's leaders in medical weight loss. This isn't some fad diet or magic powder. It's a doctor-supervised program that combines hormone optimization, nutrition coaching, and yes, those new injectable weight loss medications everyone's talking about. They customize it all for you, and the results are fast. Most guys lose 20 pounds or more in just 6 to 10 weeks safely. You'll have more energy, better sleep, and
lines, deep prop markets, and real action across every major market. Get the latest odds, live props, and in-game wagering throughout the year. Bet online. The game starts here.
If you want your windows there and wait, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with factory direct impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, they've been installing affordable, high-quality windows for over 50 years, and most windows are installed in under 8 weeks. Get out your phone because now is your chance to win them for free. Just text the word TRUST to 20129 to win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. Text TRUST to 20129 and good luck from Reese Windows and Doors.
It's Bowen. Join Matt and me on our podcast, Las Culturistas, where we talk to Nicole Kidman, Kristen Wiig, and so many more. Download and listen on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Orlando Magic basketball lives here on 96.9 The Game, and your game day Magic coverage is powered by IBEW Local 606. Proud to serve electrical workers across Central Florida, providing its members with a supportive community, training, valuable benefits, and advancement opportunities. IBEW Local 606 has been powering and serving Central Florida for over 75 years, and they are the dream team for electrical workers across this area. For more info, head to IBEWLocal606.org and go Magic.
Watch the best cornhole players in the world compete for the crown at the ACL Kansas City Signature Open. After intense competition, the top 4 players go head-to-head on ESPN2. Doubles airs Saturday, March 28th at 10 a.m. Eastern. Singles airs Sunday, March 29th at 6 a.m. Eastern. Don't miss the action as the game's best battle for the title. The ACL Kansas City Signature Open, all on ESPN2.
This is in Orlando. Brackets are busting, upsets are brewing, and the road to the College Hoops Championship is heating up. Catch every second at Stadium Club, Orlando's most immersive sports bar with 360-degree game time viewing. Fuel your crew with game day food and drink specials, play in our sports simulators, and jam with our DJ. Plus, parking is free. Don't just watch the tournament, feel the energy, and live the excitement of every bucket. Reserve your seat now on Open Table or at stadiumclub.com.
Coach Becht here. Spring football is coming to Orlando March 29th at 8 p.m. at Entering Coast Stadium. Your Orlando Storm versus the Columbus Aviators. And at halftime, the one and only DJ Khaled, live.
Get tickets at UFLstorm.com.
Before smartphones, there was MapQuest. Before GPS, there was MapQuest. Before Google Maps, there was MapQuest. And guess what? MapQuest is back. Now on your phone. No printer required. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit MapQuest.com.
Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Get a quote today in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Follow the game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
A thought? Just wanted to chime in. No hold times here.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Tap the red talkback mic on the iHeart Radio app and send us a voice note instantly.
I do agree with that guess.
A stress-free way to join the convo in your own time. Try it now on the free iHeart Radio app.
At the Milken Center for Advancing the American Dream,
We believe in inspiration, opportunity, and the promise of upward mobility. By expanding access to capital, empowering entrepreneurs, advancing healthcare innovation, and strengthening education, we spotlight the people who turn dreams into realities. As we celebrate America's 250th, these stories remind us of what the American dream can be. Hear more stories of hope and impact at MCAAD.
When you're buying a home, who you work with matters as much as anything else in the process. That's why you need Kevin Krager with LPT Realty on your side. Kevin doesn't just unlock doors. He brings a deep knowledge of market trends, the latest home buyer programs, and cutting-edge real estate technology. But what truly sets him apart is twofold. Kevin's strong background in construction certainly helps, and the understanding of the investment side of home buying. Any expert you talk to says that using an agent who is also an investor is the true cheat code to doing this home buying endeavor in the best possible way. Kevin knows what to look for so that you don't end up in a money pit. From foundation to roof line, he's focused on protecting your investment every step of the way. And even after closing, his service doesn't stop there. Kevin has the resources to help with repairs or any upgrades that you may need. Call Kevin Krager with LPT Realty today. Your future home will thank you.
WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
This is Jonathan Isaac of the Orlando Magic. Way to rebound from that commercial break, guys. Now back to Bianchi and Kravitz.
Welcome back to the show. Game on the iHeart Radio app, streaming everywhere via that great service. Also in Jacksonville, Orlando, Tallahassee. You can win free stuff with us. Today's prize, Orlando Magic tickets to tonight's game against the Indiana Pacers, can be yours just by joining us in the Rage Cage like Michael has. Let's hear what Michael has to say.
Hey fellas, the Solar Bears lost 9-2 the other day to the Florida Everblades. 9-2. That's my 11-year-old son's hockey league. The scores that happen in his league. 9-2. These are grown men. Why can't the Solar Bears be good? Why? Why not? Tell me why not.
I can't tell you that.
Don't know.
I can't.
I don't know.
I would have a really hard time telling you that.
Huh?
But they are in 14th place among 15 teams in the ECHL.
I remember when I first got to Orlando, the Solar Bears won the cup.
Yeah, they were the bee's knees.
What was that cup called? Was it the Riley Cup?
I think it was the Kelly Cup.
No, it wasn't the Kelly Cup. I don't think it was the Kelly. I
think the Kelly Cup is the one they're playing for now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it was back then.
By the way, the city in Michigan, I was at Saginaw.
Would not have guessed that.
Where bowling is big. I was born in Saginaw, Michigan.
Would you want to live?
I would not want to live in Saginaw, Michigan.
In any city where bowling is big?
No, but I used to. You're much too young to remember this, but back in the day, on Saturday afternoon, on the 3 channels we got, ABC, CBS, and NBC, ABC had bowling on about 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. Chris Schenkel was the host. And man, we used to imitate some of the bowlers. I mean, we never went bowling, but we would go out in the yard. We would go out in the yard.
You were making fun of the poor kids?
Yeah, we would go out.
Well, we never actually go to the bowling alley, but we would throw balls in the yard.
Yeah, we would go out in the yard with our basketball. All right, and do impressions of Don Carter bowling.
Wow.
And a little caveat.
There's more.
A little caveat. Later on in life. In fact, you met her, April. Remember my old girlfriend, April?
Yeah.
Don Carter was Jim Carter. Don Carter's son was her stepdad. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don Carter.
Talk about 7 degrees to Kevin Bacon right there.
Don Carter was huge.
Can't believe you left that relationship.
Don Carter was huge back in the day.
I used to bowl at Don Carter Lanes in Coral Springs, Florida. That's where I learned how to bowl.
Yeah. In fact,
Look at that. All roads lead back to Don.
In fact, Jim Carter, the son, I believe, ran that bowling alley down in South Florida. Yeah. There you have it. There's your bowling.
Jaden, did you think we were going to get 3 minutes out of that discussion?
No, absolutely. I've been waiting to tell you the Solar Bears won the Turner Cup.
Turner
Cup.
That's what it was. You're
What's
right.
the Kelly Cup then? That might be something different. Because the Turner Cup, maybe the Kelly Cup is what it is now, or it's something entirely different. Someone on the text line says, Kravitz wearing a Cubs shirt on the air today, the day that the Orlando Dreamers launched their new website, orlandodeck.com, and merch store. Disrespectful, but seriously, check out the store. Well, they did send this shirt, if you're watching on the stream. I just haven't put it on yet. I have not.
What's the name of the website?
Derobed this from the plastic it came in.
What's the name of their new website?
OrlandoOnDeck.com, not Orlando Deck. That probably sends you to a deck company.
And Kravitz, you were wondering last week what they're doing in their down offices. They're putting up websites. Okay?
I am still wondering what they're doing, and I hope that they're successful in their endeavors. I just picture it's 8 o'clock in the morning. You swing open the door. You've got your hot cup of coffee from 7-Eleven in hand. You walk into the office, and then my mind goes blank. I can't figure out what the next move is. What are they doing? What are they doing?
I sort of like this merch. The Orlando.
I do too. I think this shirt looks awesome. I love the logo. I love the branding. I just don't know what they are doing.
Look at the guy's face, the batter on the logo. Look at this. He's smiling.
He's so happy.
Yeah, he's happy.
It looks like Pat Williams in his prime.
Yeah.
I'm not against it. I'm not saying what are you doing in a sense that I disagree with what you're doing. I'm genuinely asking, what is it that you are doing in this building?
God, you get a little gift pack for $25. That's a pretty good deal in today's world.
Yeah.
Huh?
For what? What are you supporting?
Supporting bringing back Major League Baseball to Orlando. They're going to have expansion soon. There's still a possibility the Rays are going to be on the move.
But if we buy these shirts, expansion is more likely? Because if that's the case, let's sell some shirts.
No, I don't know. I don't know why I think it's.
You think Major League Baseball is going to go, man, these people in Orlando got a bunch of Orlando baseball shirts.
No, they're
probably move.
No, they're just trying to get people involved. Kravitz, you need to have business sense. They're trying to get merch out there, get people talking, get a buzz going. That's what they're trying to do. That's what you do when you're trying to create interest. That's how Pat Williams built the Magic.
Jim, what are you typing on that keyboard? Nothing. It's not actually plugged in. I'm just here creating buzz. I'm putting buzz in the air. You feel it? Yeah, I got a Cubs shirt on. You know where I got this? A real baseball stadium.
Well,
that's where I bought
We
this.
don't have one of those yet. We're trying to make one happen here.
Good. Let's do it. Somebody said I agree, talking about the late game fouls, teams trying to prevent tying a basketball game or whatever the situation is. It takes all the drama out of the moment. I think there should be some rule that if you intentionally foul for the intent of we're up by 3, we don't want you taking a 3, that there should be a technical foul that's tacked on where that team gets an extra free throw. You go, okay, you want to intentionally foul, this team's going to get it. They're going to get an extra free throw.
I like it.
That way it would deter teams from doing that because it just zaps the moment of all of its excitement. Last night we got it, but usually you don't. More Game On coming up in a moment. We're back to the top story in just a bit. You can text in 50857. Hit us up in the Rage Cage as well. Champs or chumps on a Monday. 60 seconds away.
No filters, no favorites, just facts. Let's find out who showed up and who showed out. It's time for Champ or Chump.
Welcome back to the show. Game on across the Sunshine State, Orlando, Jacksonville, Tallahassee. Thanks for making us a part of your afternoon. And a special thanks to the Orlando Dreamers Orlando On Deck campaign. Got a nice little stress ball. I got a free t-shirt. I'm very excited about it. Tell you what, I'll wear it tomorrow on the stream. That's what we'll do. I don't know why you're hitting the talk back there when you're talking to him.
Jaden, did you get a t-shirt?
I did not get a t-shirt.
You know what? I'm going to give you mine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I thought it was a cool t-shirt,
Yeah,
too.
I've got one.
It
right
is
back
a
there.
nice t-shirt.
Yeah,
I'm surprised Bianchi's giving away free stuff.
I'll wear it tomorrow, too.
I'm trying to declutter now because I'm moving.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
You should watch. There's a really good documentary on, I think it's Netflix, called Minimalist. You should watch it. It's about just tossing everything. Nothing has ever motivated me more to just get rid of all the crap. And then it's really good for your finances as well, because once you declutter, you realize how little you actually need to survive.
You don't need, yeah.
I say that after I just bought a several $100 TV this weekend, but still.
Yeah, but you need that.
That was what I was saying to my wife when we were at Best Buy. But this is a need.
How big of a TV did you get?
75 inches.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're going to be at the movie theater at the Kravitz house, and then the installers come on Wednesday. I feel so pathetic having ordered the installation for a TV on the wall.
I would not even attempt that. I would not even attempt putting screws in my wall.
So
and hanging a big heavy TV on it.
Oh, good. I'm glad that you support that. My number one champ goes to Antoine Winfield's wife, or fiance, I should say. She became an unexpected hero this weekend after a pedestrian was struck by a car in front of the Friends and Family bus. This was out at the this was Saturday's Fanatics Flag Football Classic. Brady was in it and some other NFL stars as well. A woman was hit by a car, and then Winfield's fiance leaped out of the bus without any hesitation. She stayed by the victim's side, held her hand, called her husband for support, waited until the ambulance came, and then it didn't stop there. She got into the ambulance with this woman and drove to the hospital so that the woman wouldn't be by herself.
Oh, wow.
Incredible story.
What?
That is a hero acting in real time when nobody was expecting anything from her. Really cool moment from Antoine Winfield, Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive back fiance.
Then when they got to the hospital, the woman was like, "What? Will you leave? Why are you with me?"
You're annoying me now. Okay, it was cute at first. Now I'm good. Please leave.
That is a great story. That's awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
What about you? Number one champ.
My number one champ. It's the Iowa Hawkeyes. It's the Iowa Hawkeyes.
No, it's your
my Iowa Hawkeyes. All right, watching them. Yeah, I was courtside. I love the NCAA tournament because as a member of the press, you get you get to sit in places you really should. Like, why am I sitting courtside at the NCAA tournament when there's fans that paid a bunch of money with much worse seats than I have? All right. So anyway, but
that's a nice little flex, by the way. I did not know you were at the game. That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm sitting courtside there, and Iowa. I mean, Florida's got this big bruising front line, best front line in college basketball. Yeah. And I was like, I don't give a damn who you are. I mean, Florida has I won't back down Tom Petty song at all their games, No, it was Iowa that wouldn't back down to Florida yesterday. They beat Florida at their own game. Florida has been out rebounding teams by plus 14 per game this year. Number one rebounding team in the country. And Iowa, much shorter, much smaller. They had as many rebounds as Florida did. they would not back down. And more power to them. I don't even think, and I don't even think the Gators played hard. They played hard, but Iowa played harder. The Gators blew it at the end. They made some unroutine, plays that they don't normally make at the end. They screwed up at the end.
Yeah,
right? They screwed up on defense. On their press, they let Iowa blow by them and get the wide open three, and then of course Xavier Lee. That was ill conceived what he tried to do at the end.
You just have to be so next level good to do this whole tournament thing and run through 2 years in a row.
So yeah, I gained a lot of respect for Iowa yesterday, and their coach. I tell you what, that guy Ben McCullum, is that his name? Ben McCullum. That guy can coach, man. He
got into it with Todd Golden. Were you paying attention to that when you were there?
Yeah. It was when the Condon and who's the guy who hit the winning shot?
Fulgaris.
Yeah. It was, they were wrestling for a loose ball, and they go to the ground, and Fulgaris, as they're wrestling, he rears his arm back, looking like he's taking a swing at Condon. And at first, it appeared, it looked like he took a swing, and like, hey, he's going to be out of the game. And that's what Todd Golden was arguing. He should be out of the game. And McCullum's like, he didn't hit him. He reared back and then put his hand on the ball, which is what he did. But yeah, they were jawing back and forth about it.
If you told me that Bennett Sturtz, who's their best player, the guy is the reason why anybody who would have picked Iowa for the upset, he's the reason why. Figure the point guard of their team takes over the game.
He didn't hit a three, did he?
He did not. He was 0 of 9 from 3-point range, and they still won the game. They were 7 of 24 as a team. It did not feel like that watching the game. I felt like every time Iowa needed a three, they got one, so I guess a lot of those came late. My number one chump is to the officials. On Saturday night in Orlando, DeAndre Ayton had not one, not two, but 3 calls that the league claims that they missed that would have negatively impacted the Lakers late in this basketball game. It's the last 2-minute report, so they're all in the last 2 minutes. 3 calls, and they said that they got the LeBron James. This was the one that was discussed by many, the LeBron James out-of-bounds play that was ruled out on Paolo. They reviewed it for what felt like 10 minutes. They used the bird's eye technology. They did say in the last 2-minute report it was CD, I think is how they list it, correct decision, something like that. And they said that was the right call. I think they screwed that one up too. The Lakers, I am not the biggest conspiracy theory guy, and I hate when people blame the refs. But I'm going to take that, I'm going to crumple it up like a little piece of paper and throw it in the trash for this take right here. The Lakers commit the 3rd fewest fouls in the NBA. Really? And yet they take the 3rd most free throws in the NBA. And it's like this every single year. You cannot be in a close game with the Lakers at the end. You will just simply not win. And the NBA will make sure of it. It is the biggest con in the sport is the LA Lakers late in games. And if you don't believe me, why don't you just zoom back 20 plus years and ask the Sacramento Kings how they feel about it.
Well, that's because the reason the Lakers get calls at the end is because the Lakers always have the biggest stars in the sport on their team. And the biggest stars in the sport get the calls. They have Luka Doncic and they have LeBron James. LeBron James, ever heard of him?
Ever heard of him? So
that's why they've always been like that. They've always had stars on their team. You know what I said.
I know. It's just disgusting.
Yeah. So speaking of that, here's another. If you want to go further, I have a chump for the NBA itself. Did you see this one? Speaking of the Lakers, they rescinded the technical foul on
Oh, thank you. Yes. Again. Oh no. Sorry, we gave a Laker attack. Let's take it back.
Yeah, they Luka Doncic, he got a technical foul against the Magic, but the prior game he got another technical foul. All right, it was what was it? Anyway,
against the Heat.
Yeah, he Did he get one against the Magic? He did not.
He did get one against the Magic. He was jawing with Goga Batadze. I think that's the one that they took back.
Yes.
Because of what Goga said to him, which is not safe for radio.
So, yeah, they took back Luka's technical foul, all right? They rescinded it. Why? In my opinion, you want to talk about conspiracy theories? So he could play tonight. Because if he'd had that 16th, he would have been suspended for a game tonight.
And tonight,
they're playing the Pistons.
And it's probably a nationally televised game.
Yeah. What's that about?
He's in an MVP race. That one is not. That is not nationally televised.
Oh, it's not?
So
still a big game.
It's huge. No, it's a massive game, but it's not like if it was the big ESPN game or something like that, we'd be all in on that. But I'm with you. You're not going to talk me off of Lakers conspiracy theories. That's yeah. Well, tonight the Magic get the Pacers, so that should help. Coming up next, I don't know what we're going to get into.
If they lose tonight.
Yeah, no, it's this is such an obvious must win. I'm not even going to bring it up in the pregame show. It's just implied and understood.
I'm weary of the Magic's up and down season.
Let's talk about how weary we feel. We'll do that next.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be back right after this.
It's the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi. You know, Florida weather, it doesn't just play 4 quarters. It goes into overtime, all right? The heat, the humidity, the storm season, relentless. So your windows better have endurance. I'm talking about big-time endurance. Renewal by Anderson's Acclaim Impact windows are engineered specifically for Florida homes. Their exclusive Fibrex material is twice as strong as vinyl, built to last without cracking, warping, or fading. They're impact rated to withstand flying debris during storms and tested in extreme weather conditions. That means real protection when you need it most. Add in excellent insulation that helps lower energy bills and keeps your home comfortable year-round, and you've got the total package. And let's not forget noise reduction, because when the wind is howling outside, you want peace and quiet inside. Windows shouldn't be disposable. They should stand the test of time. That's the difference of Renewal by Anderson. And right now, during the 31-day spring savings event, when you buy 2 replacement windows or doors, you'll get the third 60% off. Restrictions apply, so whether you're in Central Florida, the Gulf Coast, or in Jacksonville, visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets quality.
All right, y'all, there is a new axe throwing bar in Lake Buena Vista. We did a remote broadcast from there a few weeks ago. It's Bananas Axe Cabana. Stuart, the gracious owner, would like to offer 25% off axe throwing sessions at Bananas Axe Cabana to all of you wild and crazy game heads. Just use the promo code GameHeads25 on any 1 or 2 hour booking and get the discount. It's 25% off just by using the promo code GameHeads25. You can bring as many friends as you like, even if they aren't game heads, which you should then convince them to be one. Bananas Axe Cabana in Lake Buena Vista, right in the heart of the entertainment capital of Orlando. Once you hit that first bullseye, you're hooked at Bananas Axe Cabana.
Heavy delays if you're traveling on I-4 eastbound before you get to Central Florida Parkway. There's a crash there blocking 2 right lanes. Also, another accident, Orange Blossom Trail, both north and southbound near Central Florida Parkway, where the left lane is blocked. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Want a great way to boost your brand? Custom labels at Staples will help packages pop, shipments stand out, and takeout boxes really take off. Shop now through April 18th and save 30% on all custom labels. Staples, that was easy.
We offer the biggest stars from all genres of music that you love listening to all year long.
Don't miss our 2026 iHeart Radio Music Awards. Watch live on Fox Thursday night starting at 8 p.m. and listen on iHeart radio stations across America and the free iHeart app.
Trashy is a proud partner of the 2026 iHeart Radio Music Awards. This spring, turn your closet clutter into rewards with the Take Back Bag. Learn more and get started at trashy.io.
People don't listen to radio ads. While you're driving or making a sandwich, your subconscious pays full attention. So relax. Let it take over.
Sunday makes yard care simple with a custom plan based on your soil, climate, and yard size. No pesticides, no harsh stuff.
Sunday Lawn Plan.
Order today and get your
Sunday Lawn Plan.
ready for the season ahead. Sunday, a smarter, healthier yard.
Coach Becht here. Spring football is coming to Orlando March 29th at 8 p.m. at Inter Coast Stadium. Your Orlando Storm versus the Columbus Aviators. And at halftime, the one and only DJ Khaled, live.
Get tickets at UFLstorm.com.
We talk a lot about the diamonds at International Diamond Center. But did you know that over half of our showroom is dedicated to fashion jewelry? Earrings, bracelets, bands, pendants, rings?
A woman comes in, it might not be her statement piece that she wears every day, but for a night out with friends, she wants to find that piece that truly shows her character and her taste.
IDC's Ryan McMahon says he loves seeing women come in and treat themselves.
And they deserve it. Every lady should have multiple pieces of jewelry that make her feel confident and happy when she wears it.
Colored gemstones, mixed metal styles, stackable pieces, bold looks, IDC has it all from the world's premier designers.
Our fashion pieces, they don't just sit stagnant, they're constantly changing out. We always have our thumb on the pulse of the industry. When you come into one of our stores, you see all of the latest looks that you'll see on any TV program, magazine, you name it.
Find the perfect piece of jewelry for any occasion, or no occasion at all, at International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations.
Watch the best cornhole players in the world compete for the crown at the ACL Kansas City Signature Open. After intense competition, the top 4 players go head-to-head on ESPN2. Doubles airs Saturday, March 28th at 10 a.m. Eastern. Singles airs Sunday, March 29th at 6 a.m. Eastern. Don't miss the action as the game's best battle for the title. The ACL Kansas City Signature Open, all on ESPN2.
Before smartphones, there was MapQuest. Before GPS, there was MapQuest. Before Google Maps, there was MapQuest. And guess what? MapQuest is back. Now on your phone. No printer required. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit MapQuest.com.
Miss us while we're gone? Download the Game On podcast on iHeartRadio and take us with you wherever and whenever you want. It's all of Bianchi and I's wildest takes on demand on the daily. And while you're at it, make us your #1 preset as well. Just search Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz, the state of Florida's premier sports talk radio show. Now back to these ads.
It's Bowen. Join Matt and me on our podcast, Las Culturistas, where we talk to Nicole Kidman, Kristen Wiig, and so many more. Download and listen on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Febreze. New Febreze Air Mist has 50% more odor fighters and up to 30% more fragrance than the old formula. So now you can take on 100% more stinky odors, like sweaty gym bags, greasy cooking smells, and the after effects of the dog rolling around in something. Just spray, and new Febreze Air instantly restores dust clean freshness. Smell you later, odor.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com. It all started with a bracket full of dreams. One team will cut down the nets. College hoops are in the spotlight and have everyone talking.
You think you know what's going to happen, but it never goes as scripted.
Lock in Fox Sports Radio is your #1 preset on the iHeart Radio app for the hottest takes, biggest interviews, and complete coverage. Plus, binge on-demand podcast for more coverage like Good Game with Sarah Spain.
Basketball, and more basketball.
Search college basketball on the iHeart Radio app and listen now.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, you need more than just a sign in the yard. You need a pro who knows the market, knows the process, and knows how to fight for you. That's why I trust Kevin Krager with LPT Realty. Kevin doesn't just unlock doors. He brings a deep knowledge of market trends, the latest homebuyer programs, cutting-edge real estate technology. But what truly sets him apart, it's Kevin's strong background in construction. He knows what to look for so that you don't end up in a money pit. Owning a home should be an asset, but it only is if you know what you're doing and if you have somebody on your side that can help you with the process. From foundation to roofline, he's focused on protecting your investment every step of the way, and even after closing, his service doesn't stop there. Kevin has the resources to help with repairs or upgrades that you may want, all at cost to his wonderful clients. So if you want more than just an agent, if you want a trusted guide who knows homes inside and out, call Kevin Krager with LPT Realty today. Your future home will thank you.
Orlando's hometown sports station. This is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the free iHeart Radio app.
This is Anthony Black with the Orlando Magic, and you're locked into Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
So I'll have to admit, I was pretty anti-NIL at first. I thought it was going to ruin college sports, but watching March Madness this weekend completely changed my mind. I mean, back in the day, the Blue Bloods were loaded with one-and-done freshmen, and that's still true in some places, but now we're also getting these experienced fourth and fifth year guys who are legit high-level players. Has the game ever been better? I don't think so.
That's a good point. The stars of the sport aren't guys that you go, okay, thanks for visiting college basketball. On to the next. We're actually getting to know some of these players.
Well, sort of. Sort of.
Or at least it's trending that way. I don't know that we're fully there, but I see what Jacob is talking about.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of these players start out at schools that you don't get to know them, all right, because you never heard of them because they're at schools that we don't really pay attention to, and then they show, like for instance, all right, we'll use Florida. Xavier Lee, we didn't know who the hell he was, all right. Boogie Flan, I guess he was sort of a name just because. But
like Tommy Houck, would he have stayed at Florida in the prior era of college basketball, or because he's an NBA guy, he's going to be drafted, would he have just left after his first year and he just goes wherever he goes? As a second round or late first round, now he's going to be a lottery pick.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah, maybe he just goes because he couldn't make any money in college. Now he can make, couple $1 million in college, so why not stay there and up your draft status?
I think that's what we're seeing. It's not that the top of the line guys, the Acuffs of the world, DeBanza, who knows, maybe he's flirted with the idea of coming back. Darren Peterson, those top end guys are still going to be one and done, but the players that used to be second round picks, late first round picks, you're going, why would I leave to go be a second round pick in the NBA? Where your chance of making it in that league is so small, where I can be a star in college, I can make a load of money in college, and then perhaps even up that draft stock for the next basketball draft in the NBA. There's a lot of benefits to that. It's a really good point by Jacob.
And we've been talking about it. I think this new system is also, after the first flood of coaches, like, Krzyzewski was going to retire anyway. He was in his freaking 80s, all right? But, the Jay Wrights and the guys like that who said, hey, this isn't for me, this new era of college sports. But the more you think about it and the more these coaches are getting accustomed to it, I think some of these old coaches like Izzo and these guys are starting to like the new system because, they can get their sugar daddy boosters to get their players. They have their general managers now to sign the players. They don't have to recruit these one and done guys and spend all your off season at AAU tournaments kissing the ass of these 17-year-old kids. Rick Pitino says it. I don't even recruit high school players anymore. I'm getting players out of the portal that are experienced and good, and here's your salary. Come play for us. I think coaches like this.
Yeah, I do too.
So let's work.
So you said that you were concerned about where the Magic are. I don't know how you couldn't be. Now they've lost 4 games in a row. They did play a pretty treacherous schedule there. They played the Lakers, Thunder, Hornets, and Hawks in 4 consecutive games. They lost all of them. I went into NBA.com. You can isolate net ratings, so that's overall defense, overall offense. Over the last, I just chose 15 games.
Okay.
Those 4 teams are in the top 6 in the last 15 games. Of the top 6 teams in the league over the last 15 games that all teams have played, The Magic have played 4 of them in their last 4 games. And they've lost all of them, and some they should have won, like the Lakers. That should be a win. It wasn't. But then some you get blown out. Like the Hornets, they were never in it at all. So they are where they are now. They're in the 8th spot in the Eastern Conference. They are a game away from being the 5 seed. The Raptors, they're a game back on the Raptors. The Raptors are the 5. But they are a game and a half away from being the 10th seed.
Right.
And the Hornets, by the way, are a lot better than they are right now. The Hornets are in the 10th spot. So the teams that are behind you, the Heat right now, the Magic have been better than the Heat when they've played against each other. The Magic seem to match up well with this Heat team, but the Heat are just as good as the Magic are.
Right.
And the Hornets are better. And those are the teams that are behind you. So they're not going anywhere. They might surpass you. It would not surprise me if the Magic were in the 10 seed at the end of the season. Then you have to win 2 play-in games to get into the playoffs. Is this the reason you're concerned?
I'm concerned because yes, I'm concerned because you look at the teams behind the Magic, like the Hornets you just mentioned, and you think, God, they're as good, if not better, than the Magic, especially the Magic in their current state. And I'm also concerned because we're getting perilously close to the end of the season here, okay? And what's the status of some of these players? What's the status of Anthony Black? What's the status of Franz Wagner? I mean, these aren't just, these are 2 of your 6 best players. Maybe your best player in Franz Wagner, and Anthony Black is your 4th or 5th best player? So these are 2 of your top 5 players. You don't know the status of them.
Yep.
And, Magic are going nowhere without Franz Wagner and Anthony Black. They're going nowhere without those guys.
I think it's easy to forget how impactful Anthony Black was. Nobody forgets how impactful Franz Wagner is, but having those guys is going to be key. You talked about how
even Jonathan Isaac, he was at least a big body who.
When the Magic break the lineup now, their starting lineup, and they start bringing out Jet Howard and Jamal Cain and Noah Penda.
Right.
You go, wait a minute. Like every time this happens, I go, is this team good? Is this a good basketball team? I don't know. The Hornets, by the way, last point on this, you said you think they're better. They are better.
Right.
Last 30 days of the NBA season, they're the 2nd best team in the league.
Whew. Man.
The Magic are nowhere close to that right now. Mic'd up on a Monday. Hear from the biggest and the boldest from this weekend's action right after this.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
I respect discipline, preparation, commitment. That's why I was drawn to Trajan Wealth, founded by Marine veteran Jeff Jr. Jeff runs his firm with the same code he learned in the Corps. Simplify, always faithful. And at Trajan Wealth, that means always faithful to your financial future. When I met with him, I wasn't looking for a sales pitch. I was looking for answers. I used to wonder, hey, do I have enough money to retire? Am I missing something? Now I have a real plan, clear options, no guesswork. They're fiduciaries, which means their advice is built around what's best for you. I'm a client today because they earn my trust. In sports, loyalty matters. In finances, it matters even more. If you want advisors who are always faithful to your goals, call Trajan Wealth, all right? 407-204-0300 and tell them Mike Bianchi sent you. Or visit TrajanWealth.com to schedule your free consultation. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, actual client, paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
The Orlando Valkyries are Orlando's hometown volleyball team. One home match left before the All-Star break, and it comes your way on Saturday afternoon at Addition Financial Arena. March 14th, the Valks look to bounce back against the San Diego Mojo. Experience the competition, the innovative in-game presentation, and a deep connection to the Orlando community. For ticket info, head to provolleyball.com or head to Ticketmaster and search Orlando Valkyries, and we'll see you at the next match.
When choosing an engagement ring, the diamond is important, but just as important, the ring itself, the setting, the look. She doesn't want ordinary. She wants something that she's dreamed about her whole life, something that reflects her style and personality. And that's where International Diamond Center comes in. IDC is the only jeweler here that carries all the top bridal designers, rings that other stores aren't even allowed to offer. Thousands to choose from. An IDC ring is unlike any other. Artistic, innovative design, handcrafted precision, exceptional detail and quality. And to complete the look, no other jeweler has our selection of dazzling diamonds. Whether you're looking for a scintillating natural diamond or an eye-catching lab-grown diamond, IDC's experts can show you all the options. So there's no compromise. At IDC, we have all the tools to create the ring of her dreams. No compromises, no cut corners, nothing short of perfection. In a world filled with ordinary, for this once-in-a-lifetime moment, choose extraordinary. Choose International Diamond Center. Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall of Millenia.
Hey, it's Howie Mandel, and I am inviting you to witness history as me and my Howie Do It gaming team take on Gilly the King and Wallow 267's $1 million gaming right now at globalgamingleague.com. That's globalgamingleague.com. Everybody games.
Yo, Harvey, Zoe, group selfie.
Ooh, nice new iPhone 17, Drewski.
Let's do a triangle formation. I'm in front.
With a center stage front camera, everyone fits in the shot.
You got it at T-Mobile.
But switching takes forever.
Not anymore. Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
Focus, people. Nail your pose.
And you get a new iPhone 17 on them.
No way.
Yes way.
No way.
Yes way, guys. Switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. And right now, we'll pay off your old phone up to $800.
I'm grabbing my phone and switching to T-Mobile right now.
Get back, Harvey. We're taking a phone. Let's go again, y'all.
With 24 monthly bill credits, finance agreement, 256 gigabytes, $830, eligible trade-in, example iPhone 13 and new qualifying line, $60 plus per month plan with autopay plus taxes and fees. For well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. $800 via virtual prepaid card. Card typically takes 15 days after rebate submission, no cash access, and card expires in 6 months. Check out in 15 minutes per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Saturday, March 28th, the PFL brings two massive middleweight fights to Pittsburgh. Former middleweight world champion Johnny Eblen takes on Brian the Butcher Battle. And Pittsburgh's own Dalton Rasta takes on former champ Impa Kasanganai. Don't miss the action Saturday, March 28th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN2.
It's time to bet, win, and connect in 2026. If you think you know the market better than your friends and peers, Better Edge is the place to profit off of that advantage. Better Edge is a social betting marketplace trusted by over 35,000 bettors, including me. Better Edge is where I first discovered that you can actually churn a profit betting on sports. With the best odds and prices anywhere in the market, it's a no-brainer for sharp sports bettors. Use the promo code BeatBrandon at sign-up for $20 upon your first arrival. It's betteredge.com or the Better Edge app.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
New crispy chicken crunch wrap sliders at Taco Bell with all white meat nuggets and your choice of creamy chipotle or jalapeno honey mustard inside. One's a snack, more's a meal. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time while supplies last.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
All we talk about is the play, not the pay. I think that's the difference. I think that's the reason why we're seeing this surge. There's not this obsession with how much is this player worth? How much are they getting paid? If they don't play, how much are they getting paid not to play? All these different things. The Darren Peterson saga with, well, I don't want to, my hammy. All of that is null and void. The international play that we have seen in this spike in popularity and this trend that every league is going to, how can we make this country versus country? I think it represents the purity of sports that has largely been lost, and it is just winning for the sake of winning, and people appreciate that. That's my theory.
Listen to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the iHeart Radio app.
Let's begin in the NBA, where the Magic are back at it tonight. They'll host Indiana. Orlando's lost 4 in a row after they got nipped by the Lakers this past Saturday. He'll be a new national champion in men's college hoops after Florida was upset yesterday by Iowa at the NCAA tournament. And a Shohei Ohtani jersey worn during this year's World Baseball Classic sold for $1.5 million at auction over the weekend. I'm Scott Davidson.
This is NFL quarterback Rodney Peete, and here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by WeatherBug. Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecasts with WeatherBug. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store now.
Orlando's new home for Florida State football is AM 810, Fox Sports Radio Orlando. Hear every game live on AM 810. Or search Fox Sports Radio Orlando on the free iHeart Radio app. Coaches, players, GMs, everyone's got an opinion these days. Let's hear from the biggest names in the game. It's time for Mic'd Up.
Mic'd Up brought to you by Adventure Boat Share. Unlimited hassle-free boating without having to own a boat. 1 monthly fee. You can go boating anytime you want. And now is the perfect boating season. Beautiful weather out. Check them out at adventureboatshare.com.
By the way, before you get to Mic'd Up, last chance to enter the Rage Cage for Orlando Magic, Indiana Pacers tickets. I'm going to pick a winner in the next segment and send them to you before 5 p.m.
So we want to know what, it's a meltdown mood check Monday, so anything that's grinding your gears, get it off your chest and win a prize.
Tell us.
In the process.
That's right.
You know what really grinds my gears?
What is that? Tell us.
All right, let's start mic'd up. Gators get shocked and ousted out of the NCAA basketball tournament by Iowa. The Gators, of course, a number 1 seed, the defending national champions. Man, was it sad watching those players yesterday. Thomas Houck, he shows up at the post-game press conference. He could barely talk. He was just bawling. Alex Condon the same way. Even big, mean Ruben Chinyelu after the game, just talking about the program and what it's meant to him.
But this week we just kept going, and I'm just so mad that I wasn't able to, to help my teammate tonight. This team means so much to me, and
I'm curious your opinion on this.
What?
You don't hear this in the pros. You never hear a player, very, very rarely, do you hear a player that lost a big game that is bawling their eyes out. It is specific to college and younger.
Think LeBron? You've never seen LeBron react like that after a loss?
No. He just
Never
walks off the court. Have you ever heard an interview with LeBron after? I don't know what happened. I missed the last shot.
Yeah.
No, you never hear that. I'm curious because now these players are getting paid and we talk about them like they're professionals because when you get paid for a job, that is what you are. But it's not changing the emotional reaction. So is it an age thing or is it because of the finality of college sports that when you lose with that group, you're not running it back the next year? I wonder which creates that emotion. Is it the the youthful immaturity and just we're all more emotional when we're younger? Or is it the finality of this team isn't going to be together and this was the only chance we had?
I think this particular case is a special circumstance, all right? Because, A, you had the Gators, who were the defending champs, and they were trying to make history. They wanted to win back-to-back bad. They were a number 1 seed. They get upset at home, essentially, in Tampa with a partisan crowd. And then, to make it even worse, you had Ruben Chinyelu, who was a no-show in that game. And, again, he didn't do anything in that game, and you could hear his reaction. He knew it. He knew he did nothing in that game. So, yeah, it's interesting, though. Sad. Speaking of Florida players ousted from the tournament, Malik Renault of Miami had this to say about the U.
Yeah, this season meant the world to me. Just coming from all the obstacles I've been through throughout my career, and coach giving me that opportunity to not only be a pivotal player on the team and play 30-plus minutes, but also become a leader and be someone these guys look up to for years to come. So I'm just blessed that coach gave me this opportunity to come back home and come to the U and support and finish my last year at the U.
Man, crap. See? I'm getting choked up listening to this stuff. Wow.
So maybe it's not an age thing because you're old, they're young, everybody's crying.
Yeah.
It's you don't hear this in the pros, and it goes back to what Jacob, who hit us up on the talkback, said that college basketball in the tournament is not dead. And this is a good example of it. The emotion that you're hearing, it felt like that was one of the things that was going to go away, and it's not. We've played 2 clips. In both clips, people are crying because they lost.
Yeah, and you have and maybe it does mean more to these players than we let on, right?
Yeah, you're not going to bawl your eyes out for something that you don't care about. So that I love that. I mean, that is so refreshing to hear that because you just assume that money eliminates any sort of care factor and just the want to win, but clearly that's not the case. It's very nice. Very nice to hear.
So St. John's, coached by Rick Pitino, in the Final Four for the first time since 1999 because of this buzzer beater at the end.
This is going to be Darling. He's got to go. Darling puts it up. It's down to the Sweet 16.
What did Coach say to you in that final timeout?
Yelling at me. It's yelling at me per usual.
Because of
me to do something.
You did something.
No, it was ugly, but
Dylan Darling hits the shot. He hadn't hit a shot all game long. He was 0 for 4, I believe. He's left-handed, all right? He takes the ball to the rack with the right hand and lays it in. Said he never even saw it went in because he hit the ground right after he shot it.
He heard the crowd.
Yeah.
That's so cool. It was a great shot, too.
Yeah.
Very crafty layup he had.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, he'll never have to buy a beer again among the St. John's faithful.
No. Free beer for life for that one.
Phil Martelli Jr.
A fine Italian man.
Listen to him answering a question from a reporter.
I asked you before, Wagner, what's one thing you wanted to know? What one thing you wanted the people to know about this group of guys? Same question.
What the hell was my answer? I don't remember back that far. Do you remember?
No, I didn't listen. I forgot to.
You didn't listen. You asked the question, didn't listen?
Listen back to it today.
You asked the question, didn't listen. You sound like my wife right now.
No, I listened to it then, but not today. Not today.
I'm just kidding.
I love Phil Martelli Jr., the VCU coach. He's the one that gave the shout out to the student reporter.
Yes, he is. He's very good at the podium. Yeah. I would never say that about my wife. She always listens to the things that I say.
What was the Chuck Norris one the other day about the wife?
Chuck Norris
tells his wife to
calm down, and she does. something like that.
Settle down and
settle down and listen. Or
yeah,
it was something really sexist, but it was funny.
Yeah, it was. Here's Mick Cronin of UCLA, the curmudgeonly coach, talking after their loss.
Over the years, it's no secret that you and Coach Hurley have kind of caught heat from the media about kind of sideline.
What are you talking about?
Sideline demeanor, working
Have
officials.
have you given me heat?
I haven't. Not
So that's why you're the only guy to pay attention to.
Okay.
Nobody else even comes.
National media. National media.
I mean, I respect you. Come to the game, so I respect you. You know, at least you're there. I mean, people that aren't there.
I know you don't care about it, but do you think it's fair that you have?
It's ridiculous. Everybody needs to get a
criticism?
life, bro. Get a life, man. Come on, man. Get a life, bro. You want to win big, but you think Coach Hurley's not supposed to be intense, but you want to win. Come on, man. We're not coaching Little League, buddy. Everybody doesn't get in at bat. You know, come on, man. Paying us a lot of money to win games.
See, you don't like him. I like.
I mean, I don't mind that answer. I don't mind intensity. I mind bullying. And that's when he bothers me. That's when Popovich in the past that take their power and use it as a means to belittle other people. I don't like that. Now, if you're yelling on the sideline, you're a coach. He's right. He's 100% right with what he just said. This isn't Little League.
Right.
They're supposed to be intense. They're paid a lot of money. There's a lot of pressure, of course. But then to go and the most recent clip that went viral with Mick Cronin where he went back and forth with a reporter and said, "Are you raising your voice at me?
Yeah.
Don't raise your voice at me." That was totally unnecessary and uncalled for. That's the kind of stuff I don't appreciate. But what he said there, I agree with.
You know what else he said after the game? They were asking, "What's it going to take for UCLA to get to the next level?" He goes, "About $5 million a year more."
Well, he's honest. So we can disagree with him most of the time. But Mick Cronin, seeing eye to eye with you right now, buddy. Up next, your text, your talkbacks, and your last chance at Magic Pacers tickets for tonight's game. Hit us up in the talkback right now on the iHeart Radio app. We'll be back with those in a moment.
Get a life, bro.
Game on.